It's chocolate.
Orion.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the Drag Race moments that had us questioning what was going on inside RuPaul's mind. Beware of spoilers ahead.
That outfit off the rack was a huge disappointment to me.
Number 10, the Baby Got Back mini challenge.
So for today's mini challenge, you need to shake, rattle, and roll for Baby Got Back.
Like the art form of drag itself, Drag Race has constantly pushed the envelope of what's appropriate. But this mini challenge had people wondering if it was time to leave the envelope alone for a little while.
Now that's a queen who likes to pamper herself.
In an apparent callback to a talk show improv challenge a few seasons before, the queens were asked to create a naughty baby character. Whoever misbehaved the most would win. But we'd say the viewers who conveniently forgot about the whole thing are the lucky ones.
I don't know why Rosé's baby is terrifying me. There's someone on your back!
The rest of us have to wonder what audience Ru and the producers were trying to reach with this one. Number 9, Pearl wins the lip sync against Trixie Mattel. First things first, we love Pearl. Without her, we wouldn't have gotten some of Season 7's most iconic moments. But it has to be said, when she went up against a fan favorite in a lip sync to Blondie's Dreaming, the judging seemed awfully wonky. And it wasn't just because audiences were in their feelings about Trixie Mattel being eliminated.
Trixie's giving it her all. She's showing some camp, she's showing some dance moves, she's working the runway, and I'm enjoying Trixie's performance.
Many fans felt that Trixie's rendition just went with the song a lot more than her competitor's version. In fact, RuPaul even said that Blondie members Debbie Harry and Chris Stein preferred her lip sync.
Chris Stein, who wrote the song, and Debbie were like, well, we kind of like Trixie.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my God, that's hilarious.
It seems Ru respectfully disagreed. Whatever anyone thinks, Pearl did bring us the iconic Pearl Smash, and that's worth something. Number 8, too many acting challenges.
You're like totes montage
Montague.
Montague.
Some of these girls look like their Shakespeare is gonna be shaky, dear.
Speaking of Pearl and Trixie, their season was truly stacked with talent. However, it must be said that it was a cast full of fashion-oriented queens and a season full of atrocious and nonsensical acting challenges. We're not looking for Pulitzer-worthy scripts here, but this even stretched the limits of sketch comedy.
Hey, Hogwarts rejects, what's your prediction?
If I'm not here cheerleader, it's purely fan fiction.
Ru's now famous tirade against the queens who failed the Shakespeare challenge was a stunning moment, but it honestly rings pretty hollow considering how ill-conceived the episode was. Ru and the producers cast queens who turned some of the best looks in the show's history, but when it came to the bizarre acting challenges, they were underserved.
Basic witches not wanted.
What is happening? I'm lost.
Number 7, the Fame Games. In 2023, RuPaul introduced a twist to the Allstars formula.
On this season of Allstars, there are 2 ways to win.
What?
The eliminated queens were given the chance to walk the runway in looks they would have worn had they continued in the competition. Fans would then vote for the winner. While we can imagine it was a great showcase for some expensive ensembles, it ended up not adding much to the season. Eventually, the Fame Games winner ended up being decided not just by the fans, but by a final variety show challenge that allowed the winner to multiply their votes to an obnoxious degree.
If you think I'm done, you're wrong. I have a light and I'll shine it. You don't like what I do? Bye. Open our eyes, the world is at war. The picture is big, let's rip off our wig, I'm mad.
That's certainly not to say the victor, LaLa Ri, was undeserving. The twist would just need an overhaul if it came back. Still, it did give us some great memes.
Not a soaking clock. Not a soaking clock. Not a soaking clock.
Number 6, making over straight men. The Makeover challenge has been a mainstay of Drag Race since the beginning. Usually, it's a great opportunity to show the power of a good drag transformation.
Leland's missing a couple of cues, but I'm not worried about it. We're working it out the best way we can.
However, 2 particular variations didn't go over well. Ru tasked Season 4 and 6 queens with dragging up straight men who seemed very uncomfortable with the whole endeavor.
We can give you some padding, too, so you can have some wider hips, so you'll have some body.
Oh, man, I don't know if I want body.
According to Jocelyn Fox, her partner was essentially tricked into appearing on the show by his fiancé as punishment for cheating. It begs the question, why pair the queens with people who are clearly not into it? It makes what should be a celebration of drag into an uncomfortable spectacle.
So, Pradana, was there anything you were uncomfortable with?
Just my manlyhood being questioned.
And who was questioning it?
No one here, but it will be questioned.
Hopefully, Ru keeps the makeover challenge light and inspirational from now on. Number 5, the SixWay Lip Sync. Ru didn't just declare a losing team in this episode. She declared a bottom 6.
For the first time in Drag Race history, all of you will be lip syncing for your lives.
Oh my God.
Almost half of the season 11 cast had to lip sync for their lives to J-Lo's Waiting for Tonight. And it was chaos incarnate. Yeah, the Diva Worship Challenge was bad, and having 6 queens fight for their lives at once probably seemed exciting. But as far as watchability goes, it isn't cute. Even with the split screen, it's hard to savor any particular performance. The only queen we get to spend any real time with is Honey, whose thrashing on the ground is clearly indicating her as the loser, robbing the elimination of any suspense. The host tried to shake things up, but it was just a jumbled mess of footage. Number 4, the chocolate bar twist. Once again, the host threw another game-changing twist into the mix.
The queen that loses the lip sync will open her candy bar. If it is the gold bar, she'll be safe to slay another day.
Season 14's eliminated queens were teased with the promise of another shot at the crown if they just chose the candy bar with the golden ticket inside. Willy Wonka who? The only thing that worked here was the countless memes viewers made of June Jambalaya's deflated announcement that her chocolate bar was just that, chocolate.
It's chocolate.
But as a component of the game, fans agree it was just Ru and the producers' way of rigging the outcome right in front of our faces. Why they thought that would be compelling, we're not sure. The chocolate bar twist can stay wrapped.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Number 3, teams.
Are you ready for some double trouble?
I am ready, Ru. You are all-star, no filler.
Well, yeah, there's kind of a lot of filler.
The first edition of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars was more of a ploy to fill airtime than a celebration of the series to that point. So, when Ru decided to team up some of the most legendary queens from the first 4 seasons, the contestants were as baffled as us.
The ultimate shade of it all.
I really came back to All-Stars to prove something, and now it all depends on somebody else.
This is just as much a case of what was Ru thinking as it is why did they go with the presumably first idea? Wasn't there another way to have a shortened run?
The challenge was kind of a hot mess, so this could be not good.
The whole thing was such a fumble, many participants have been invited back to participate in subsequent All-Stars editions, at least getting some well-deserved do-overs. Number 2, the jury twist. Speaking of All-Stars riggery, Season 3 took the cake. In a move seemingly inspired by the likes of Survivor, Ru decided to invite the eliminated contestants back to vote for the final 2.
As you see, I've asked the eliminated queens, a jury of your queer peers, to help me make my final decision.
Up to that point, it was pretty obvious Shangela would at least make the finals. Instead, it was Trixie Mattel and Kennedy Davenport who advanced to the last round.
And Trixie Mattel.
The reason a jury works in other shows is that the contestants know they have to convince the people they've possibly wronged to vote for them in the end. Here, it was just a twist that negated a lot of the work the queens had done to that point in the competition. So what exactly was the point?
All the questions that are coming have nothing to do with my track record in the whole process being here. It's almost like the mind is already made up.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, transphobia. RuPaul stirred up controversy when announcing that trans women who had gender-affirming surgery were akin to Olympic athletes who took, quote, performance-enhancing drugs, saying they likely wouldn't be cast on the show. It understandably left many fans and former contestants feeling incredibly hurt on several levels.
To be able to walk through a door as yourself and then showcase, what you got. Nobody can take that away from me.
Considering drag and queer history in general, it was strange that RuPaul would want such distance from the trans community. Luckily, Ru seemingly had a change of heart.
They say God is a woman, and I am. And I'm also a drag queen.
Since making those comments, several out trans women have competed and even won the show. Contestants like Sasha Colby and Kylie Sonique Love have brought endless talent to the competition, making the hosts' earlier thinking even more baffling.
Since season 2, so much has happened to me, and I feel like it's time for me to reintroduce myself. I am Kylie Sonique Love.
Which Drag Race moment had you saying, Ru, please be serious? Tell us in the comments.
What do you think you could have done to make this case go better?
Win! But you know what they say, fake it until you make it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.